let's get on with our business headlines for today. A very busy business week starts today with a two-day Nigeria Economic Summit 2019 edition starting right now in Abuja. The focus is on Nigeria 2050, shifting the gears. Nigeria is looking to have 400 million population by the year 2050. So what is the fate of the country as we step into the year 2050? This is our 59th independence. Now we're looking at the year 2050. How do we get the economy up and running for that population, close to 500 million people, one of the fastest growing population on planet Earth? So the special cabinet meeting is holding at about lunchtime today to put final touches to the budget 2020 draft document, which President Buhari will present tomorrow to the National Assembly. The joint Senate and House of Assembly will host Mr. President a little past lunchtime, 2 o'clock. Tomorrow, all cabinet ministers are expected to be in attendance at this very special FEC meeting today. So tomorrow we're looking at President Buhari's second term budget 2020 kickoff special programming here on Channels Television tomorrow. We have that live event for you, including our correspondence reports from the National Assembly, as well as a live studio, which is opening to our viewers here and around the world at 1:30, from 1:30 in the afternoon. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the 8th of October. You don't want to miss those conversations around the budget and a lot of the state of the economy, put it in context for you. This is the first time that the yearly budget will be presented at this point in time. Is usually between November and December over the last few years. Now, the administration is trying to get the budget calendar back on track for January to December. And today, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole's Enabling Business Secretariat called PEBEC is teeing off his fourth quarter sub-national tour from Lagos, Nigeria's economic powerhouse. That's looking to engage every state government on the ease of doing business. A very busy week for Jumoke Oduwole here in Lagos, starting Thursday. Meantime, today, the Coalition of Anti-Corruption Civil Society Organizations are holding their summit in Lagos on the state of Nigerian ports and terminals. There's a new 61-page survey report which was released last week on standard operating procedures and what it means for everyone doing business in Nigeria's maritime industry. You don't want to miss that. Very high-profile event as well. But it'll be quiet for this week. Almost an empty calendar week on the Statistics Office data watch. But from Monday the 14th, we'll be looking forward to receive the September CPI and inflation data. Then we're getting the petrol and gas prices data for the month of September, as well as state's nominal GDP, selected food prices, and transport fare watch for the month. We just finished all this look-back data will be coming through from Monday, so it's going to be a little bit busy from Monday next week on the economic calendar. And yesterday, President Buhari is barking the re-election of Dr. Akinwumi Adesina for a second time of 5 years as the president of the AFDB group. Dr. Adesina thanked Mr. President yesterday evening for his nomination for re-election, adding that Mr. President Buhari, to be precise, is such a wonderful champion and supporter of his office at the AFDB. Meantime, the Debt Management Office September Naira bond was oversubscribed. You know that data already if you're on Market Street. But the outlook is on the fourth quarter issuance calendar for Naira bonds by the Debt Office. That starting this month, we expect that offering to be on Market Street over the last couple of days. And analysts will be tying the budget 2020 details into all of that. So it's a very big week. Let's get a sense of what happens to the market week with Bosun Obembe, who is a fixed income dealer at Access Bank. We're trying to get that conversation through with FMDQ Exchange Place, where last week we got a very a bit of a heavier transaction day for the 4-day market week. Last week, Naira bond finished off double digits on the FMDQ Securities Exchange. Nearly 28 billion Naira was traded at the secondary window. But the eye is on the fourth quarter calendar. Bosun, good morning. Welcome to the program. Thanks for coming through towards the time of the show. let's get this conversation on with you. What's your outlook on the Q4, or your expectation on the Q4 Debt Management Office calendar offering?
Good morning, Blessing. So for this week, we expect annual majority of about 3.7 into the system. For the rest of the year, we see about 5.9 trillion.
Okay, but we apologize to our viewers. The connection was a little bit patchy there, so we couldn't get that audio very clear to our viewers. Bosun Obembe, fixed income dealer from Access Bank, coming through to us from FMDQ. Securities Exchange in downtown Lagos. That has a bit of a very wobbly internet access this morning. But again, the calendar for the fourth quarter by DMO is not yet off. It's not yet out. So we're trying to look what the DMO will be the fourth quarter. Then again, what the size of what will be offered for October. We're done with September, which was oversubscribed. Quite one major oversubscription over the two previous or three previous offerings of the Naira bond. Again, will this be consistent and in line with the borrowing plans of the Buhari's administration for year 2020? But of course, we're still running the 2019 calendar. All of that we'll get to hear more from Mr. President tomorrow. The overlap of 2019 and 2020 budget, how much of 2019 budget will go into 2020 appropriations. Of course, we heard earlier a few weeks ago that about 70 to 75% of the capital expenditure of 2019 will go into 2020 budget. Would that impact the size and the borrowings that will be contained in 2020 budget? All that will be left to Mr. President to discuss tomorrow. And of course, we expect the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning to also brief the media and everyone else what the details of those budgets will be. So it's going to be very busy between tomorrow and Wednesday. Ahead of that, today, the Finance Minister and everyone else in the Cabinet are meeting this afternoon to put the final touches to those numbers for the budget presentation tomorrow. It's a very big day tomorrow. As you heard earlier, we'll be covering that budget presentation for you live, but we're adding our correspondents' interviews and reporting into our studios. Then we'll open the studios at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon, live here in Lagos, and on also to Abuja to have our panelists discuss this budget and what does it mean in Nigeria's economic journey into the year 2020 and beyond. This will be all tomorrow from 1:30 in the afternoon. You don't want to miss that. So let's leave it there for today, everyone. We apologize for those internet connection, those access we couldn't get to bring you up to speed. The team of this week's trading, we'll get all that sorted out tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.